Prosecutors said that Rachel Powell of Pennsylvania tried to describe himself as a sacrifice even after his conviction on more than one heavy crime. Washington, a Pennsylvania woman known as Bullhorn Lady was sentenced about 5 years in prison on Tuesday because of their efforts to encourage other rebels enter the U.S. Capitol on January 6. 43-year-old Rachel Marie Powell was sentenced attempt with more than one heavy crime count for its role in rebellion, including prevention of official case, prevention of civil disorder and limited area with dangerous weapon. On January 6, other rebels can be heard by using Bullhorn. If you are going to take this building, people should probably coordinate together. Although he is condemned use ice axe break up window, create entrance Congress office, he avoided serious crime version. Powell, an 8-mother and 4-year-old grandmother, said that when he joined U.S. Regional Judge Royce C. Lamberth, former President Donald Trump's thousands of other supporters in Capitol, he succumbed to the toxic, partisan division in country. He begged Lamberth for compassion and said his 15 son should take responsibility for his young children. I hate how it feels, Powell said. As if I threw my family in the trash. Powell's lawyer Nicholas Smith argued that Lamberth should not be sentenced to a longer imprisonment than Jacob Chaunsley, who was sentenced to 4 years in prison. U.S. lawyer Lucy Sun, Powell's former White House advisor Steve Bannon hosted a show at a show hearing prior night, including an interview on January 6, continued to refuse reject. Social media. Powell, his police accused him over and over again for violence in Capitol. An example, he wrote that the police Konaldaki provoked us, brutally exploited all crowds. Since his arrest in this case, Powell tried to describe himself as a victim and the narrative police atrocities tried to shift the savagery. He wrote, he holds responsible for his behavior. Lamberth, who was nominated by President Ronald Reagan on the federal bank in 1987, said Powell said all the right things today, but he has not erased his behavior or lack of regret since then. Ultimately, Lamberth sentenced him to 57 months or less than 5 years in prison. This is 8 years of prosecutors, but much more than the 3-year-old release process requested by Powell. Lamberth also do damage to Capitol 5,000 money. Powell will have served for 3 years after his penalty and paying $2,700.